Oh, my guard. Could you send word to the kitchen that I'd like more pastries? These ones with the jam in the middle are simply divine. Thank you. I said thank you. Just appreciating your hard work. I've never said thank you to you before. Well, change of heart. Surely I can be grateful to my servants. What? What do you mean I'm not the princess? Who else would I be? Man, you're observant. All right, you got me. I'm not the princess. Kinda shocked you're the only one who noticed. It's been like a week. Whoa, easy with the pole arm. I have no idea where she is. She's probably out of the kingdom by now. No one kidnapped her. She left. I mean, she left. As far as I know, she disguised herself as one of the staff and left the castle. No clue how she pulled that off. I did not have the power to change her face, but you know women can work magic with makeup. Total shapeshifters. Okay. We made a deal, her and I. I would replace her, and she would get her freedom. No more royal responsibility, just a normal life. Don't know what she saw in it, but hey, her funeral. Just an expression. She's not dead yet. I would know. Because when she does die, I'll get her soul. And I don't have it yet. Oh, did I not mention? The deal was I would take her place in exchange for her soul. You were wondering why I look just like her, right? I'm not a secret twin or sibling the king had hidden away. I just took on her form. Isn't it obvious by now? I'm a demon. Relax, that cross isn't going to help you. And you're not going to look too good attacking the royal heir. Yeah, you and I know that, but if you start running around screaming about how the princess has been replaced with a demon, ending up in the dungeon will be one of the better outcomes. Just relax, this isn't going to affect you. What do I plan to do? Well, I agreed to take her place, but I didn't specify for how long. Oh, sure, as long as I'm here, she can run around free as a bird, but it might get boring to hang around here until she dies, so I was thinking maybe I'd have an accident where the body can't be recovered. I mean, her alibi's secure if the princess is dead, too, right? Maybe just have a bit too much wine one night and trip and fall into the fireplace or something. What? Why not? Gets me out of your hair, and then you don't have to worry about the demon princess. True. If the princess dies, the line of succession would be at risk. What happened to an heir and a spare? The royals are really playing things fast and loose these days, huh? Oh. Sucks. So, in order for things to proceed as normal, I should just play along. But do you really want me to be the queen someday? Listen, I could play the perfect heir to the throne, get married, become ruler of the kingdom and all that. It might even be fun. But I suppose I could do that. Become a tyrant, spread demonic chaos. If I wanted to. That's all a bit noisy, don't you think? Just being a half-decent ruler means I could live a life of opulence, no extreme brutality required. Too much work to be evil, honestly. The issue is that when it comes time for the queen to produce heirs of her own, regardless of how noble my potential husband may be, those heirs will still be demon spawn. I can't say whether anyone else will notice, but do you really want the royal family to be taken over by demon blood? Actually, that might be funny. Bit of a twist. A lineage said to be given rule by divinity becoming a line of demons. Imagine. You're thinking awfully hard, dear guard. What do you prefer? A hellish princess or a dead one? Well, obviously neither, but I can't just bring the princess back. Do I look like a sorcerer with teleportation spells? Take you to her. I already told you I don't know where she is. I didn't help her leave. I covered for her while she left, and did quite a fine job of it, might I add, seeing as it took you this long to notice. Even if she did mention something, what's the point in telling you? Are you going to abandon your post to find a missing princess that everyone can see is in the castle alive and well? Your devotion to royalty is baffling. Anyway, if I did go find her and bring her back, I'd be breaking the terms of our deal. Not only would she get to keep her soul, but I'd be a laughingstock among demon kind. Oh, you are so very annoying. If you want me gone, then you should do the deed yourself. I wonder how this will look, having the princess speared by your weapon. Should be careful who you point this thing at. Oh, look. Witnesses. Suppose I should put on a convincing show. How could you? Huh? Hey, what are you doing? Put me down. What do you mean we're going to find the princess? You're a wanted criminal now. Who cares if it'll prove your innocence? You'll never find her before the guards catch you. And where do you think you're going? The entrance is in the opposite direction, idiot. What? A secret passage? Why didn't she tell me about that? Wait, hold on. This wasn't part of the deal. Can you put me down now? How are you not exhausted? We've been walking like this for almost 2 hours. Don't underestimate the human spirit. Demons never do. Why do you think we give such generous offers for your souls? We know what they're worth. Precisely why, even if you do find the real princess, I'm not giving hers back. You sure know how to waste time. Best move swiftly if you don't want to be caught, guard. In fact, I insist. Isn't it obvious? I'm not screaming and flailing because I refuse to be seen being toted around like a sack of grain by a human. Princess or not, I still have my pride. Besides, it's not like I can go back to the castle now. At least 3 people saw you run me through. If I go back fit as a fiddle, people might start taking your demon talk seriously. Hardly. That wound healed over an hour ago. I wouldn't even have a scar to show for it. Demons are just harder to kill. You didn't think I was actually going to off myself on your polearm, did you? I admit it was spur of the moment, but I could play dead for a while and then vanish before the funeral. Leave him a real mystery. Unfortunately, you had to play the hero. Or villain in this case. I hope you live to regret it. Well, how long do you really think you can keep carrying me like this without getting seen? A full day? Do you have experience with this sort of thing? What? You used to be a spy? Ugh, so that's why you're so sneaky. But even you can't keep this up forever. You're the most wanted criminal in the kingdom right now. What's the punishment for regicide here? Hanging? Beheading? Burned at the stake? Huh? Yeah, I was able to transform myself to look like the princess. What about it? Jeez, how powerful do you think I am? I'm not a shapeshifter by trade. I was able to transform into the princess as part of the deal. It's not even a perfect mimicry, as I'm sure you could tell. I'm not going back to my original form. That'd be even more embarrassing. No, the eyes and teeth aren't supposed to slip through. But what do you want? I'm under a lot of stress here. Yes, I am. Like, yeah, you're worried about a succession crisis and being a wanted criminal. Meanwhile, my entire existence is criminal. Could've just let me play the princess for a while and bask in human luxury, but no. Had to ruin the good deal I had going. How I came in contact with the princess? What if I don't feel like telling you? You'll really put me down? Ugh, fine. Keep in mind, this is just what the princess told me. Maybe you know more. A priestess came to warn the king of unholy objects and ask he put out a decree calling for their destruction. Ring a bell? Oh, is that decree on back order? Shame. Not that it would have helped. Well, your princess has some sticky fingers. The priestess brought some of these unholy items with her to exemplify her point, I guess. Anyway, the king asked to keep them for an expert to inspect, and then the princess stole one of them. Oops. I don't think she even knew what she had. It was an old totem of mine. Common demon-made items that make it easier for us to move about without being seen. I only noticed something was wrong when she started chanting at it. Honestly, I think she was just doing random things to see if it would grant her a wish or something. Well, I won't say she's dumb, not after going through her studies, but she's definitely not a fountain of demonic knowledge. Yeah, so in short, I noticed something was happening to one of my totems, popped up, and the princess immediately demanded I do as she said. I told her we'd have to make a deal. At that point, she pretty much figured out what I am. She was pretty happy about it, too. Told me she wanted to be able to leave her royal life behind. She was tired of it. But if she just left, people would come looking for her. You could say the replacement idea was a team effort. She agreed to the terms, I transformed. She apparently had a way out of the castle she didn't tell me about, and then I was her. And now I'm being dragged through the woods. You would imagine, but I actually didn't trick her. I told her plainly that she'd have to give up her soul. I kind of figured she would say no. She considered it for a bit if it makes you feel any better. So, now can you put me down? Finally. Hey, what are you doing? Seriously? Tying my hands so I can't get away? How pathetic. I'm a demon. You think I can't just summon some fire and burn these ropes? Or you? Oh, I know this would all go faster if I told you where she is, but I can't, which I did tell you. Okay, you know how the princess is still alive? Yes, she is. And that means I don't have her soul yet, and I'm not exactly a collector. What I'm saying is, I'm a little low on power at the moment, so I can't sense her. Maybe if I were stronger. I know. Why don't you give me your soul and I'll use that power to find her right away? Just like that, you get your princess and your good name is cleared. How about it? So dramatic. All right then, I'll give you a hint. Hey, it's a hint for me too. The princess said she desperately wanted to go swimming. So perhaps she went to the nearest body of water? I don't know. Can she swim? Then you'd better get moving before she washes up on shore. And of course, I'm along for the ride. You better be as stealthy as you claim, guard. That's stumble number 14 now. If you wanted me to shut up, you should have gagged me. Just admit you're tired already. We walked all night and you're staggering like a drunkard. I know the light of the full moon made it easy to keep going in the dark, but even you had to know that was foolish. Hey, I'm not feeling amazing either. I'm just better at handling it. You know, because I'm a demon. I'm complaining because with the speed you're walking, we're going nowhere fast. And I'd like to take a break, thank you. Ugh. If the princess is at the lake, then she arrived there days ago. And if she's not, then good luck finding her. It's not my fault the nearest lake is a 3-day walk away. No wonder the princess never went swimming. Anyway, if you do find her there, you're not going to be able to make her come back with you in this state. Oh, you're in a state, all right. Seriously, why are you pushing yourself to the limit? If you don't rest until you find her, you'll never find her. Or maybe you will. They say that humans begin to hallucinate if they stay awake for too long. Maybe you'll mistake a bear for the princess. Ooh, maybe I'll be able to trick you into thinking I'm the real princess again and we'll just walk back the way we came. Yes, I'm sure you have experience in keeping your wits about you, sneak. But if you've stayed up for this long before, then you definitely know how bad of an idea it is. What if we were attacked by bandits? Think you could fend them off? I could at least bite them. Seriously, I think it's about time for a nap. Oh, I see. That's what this is about. You don't trust me. I'm offended. Oh, sure, I could strangle you in your sleep, stab you, or run away. Or strangle, stab you, and then run away. But I'm offended by the insinuation that I would. Hey, I look like a possibly dead princess, and my only other option is demon. Honestly, I'm just seeing where this goes until I can figure out where to hide out next. Go back to hell, as if it's that easy. I don't have a totem here, so I'd have to use someone else's or find it. Oh, why am I bothering to explain? Stumble 15, by the way. I'll keep counting until we stop walking. Can you at least take a break? My feet are getting tired. Actually, if I were human, they'd be absolutely bloody in these shoes. Good thing I'm not a real princess. Of course, true royalty awaits. Onwards, to your own funeral. Oh, Stumble 33. Give it up for Stumble 33, everyone. I can admit I'm impressed you're still walking, but the sun's going down, and if I have to do this all night again, I'm going to choke you with these ropes. Oh, hell. If I tell you I respect the human spirit, will you stop? All right, enough. I'm not moving. You heard me. I'm not moving from this spot until the sun comes up. It's not even about slowing you down or stopping you from finding the princess. I just can't watch this anymore. Also, I'm tired of trudging through the forest in this dress. We're taking the night off. Do you really think you can force me to move in your condition? Carry me and drop me immediately because you're exhausted? Sit down. Now. I know this isn't the most comfortable place to sleep, especially since you left unprepared, but it's this or dropping dead. Don't care, not listening. Pass out now, please. Yep, that's what I thought. Go back to sleep, idiot. We're not night walking again. Yeah, what a shock. I was able to untie myself while you were asleep. You're welcome for the fire, by the way. What part of I'm tired do you not understand? I'm done walking for now, so go to sleep. Just gotta make things difficult, huh? Oh, you were shivering, so I used a couple of my petticoats as blankets. Not the most elegant solution, but it's what I had on hand. Whatever, I was wearing 3 of them. It's not like I'm indecent. Royals sure like their dresses to poof. If this is considered everyday wear, then I don't want to know what formal wear is like. Cages. In the skirts. Hell, maybe it's better I got found out so quickly. Is that why the princess wanted to leave? Always been selfish. Not to defend her, but is it really that selfish to want to live your own life? How long have you been guarding her? Guess that's long enough to know her. She's still a kid, though. Aren't they all selfish? You weren't. Wonder what your parents would say to that. My mistake. Whoever raised you then? All right, strict upbringing. It's none of my business. I get why you're fed up with the princess's behavior. She certainly doesn't understand what struggle is. But I don't think her recklessness is exactly rare. What, did you expect me to have no life experience? I've been on the edges of humanity long enough to pick up a few things. The princess is unique for many reasons, but her attitude is not one of them. Just because I look her age doesn't mean I am. I'm probably older than you, too. It's not the time for stories, guard. You should be sleeping. You have no way to know I won't vanish into the night. It's a risk you'll just have to take. You know, I almost wish we'd had more time together as princess and guard. Oh, no. Just that I would have liked to plan a more scandalous way to get rid of you. It would have been fun. I am still a demon after all. Now sleep. There are worse things to worry about than my wrath. Hey, it's me, the princess. The real princess. I came back on my own. We can go back to the castle together. Worth a shot. Have a nice nap? How should I know what time it is? It's morning. Why do you keep acting like I'm stupid? Even as a demon, what kind of idiot would go wandering around an unfamiliar forest in the dark? How would I see in the dark? Do you think I'm a cat? Am I supposed to fly on a broomstick? Grind your bones to make my bread? What kind of stories do humans tell about demons? Just because I'm sturdier than a human doesn't mean I'm all-powerful. I mean, I could be if I was a collector, but I'm not. I'm barely holding on to this form. You know damn well why. A princess with 2 sharp teeth is safer than being a demon. Besides, my wings would rip the dress. Speaking of, give me back those petticoats. Gotta keep my legs warm somehow. Would you mind looking away? I'm dressing. Or maybe you want to see how closely I mimic the princess's body? I would never. Perversions are off the table, but violence is fine, huh? I don't understand the humans of this region, not one bit. But if you want a glimpse of my nether regions, then... Oh yes, how dare I sully the princess's purity. Surely swimming wasn't all she wanted to leave for. I'm saying, who knows what else she might be swimming in? No need to look so scandalized. Maybe she was so sheltered it never even crossed her mind. I mean, she's not even betrothed yet, so... Maybe nobody told her about the birds and the bees. Yes, she knows about heirs, but does she know where they come from? I guess it is rude to speculate, and to look at people while they're dressing. Still convinced I'll run away, petticoats in hand? Good. Look away. Not really. Honestly, I'm not too worried about being seen undressed. But I don't think you're prepared for that, should you catch a glimpse. That's not what I mean. I'm sure in your days as a spy you saw all sorts of things. But human things. And I've really only transformed what isn't completely covered by this dress. Hey, I'm trying to save energy here. This isn't easy to keep up. I'm not going to waste effort mimicking the perfect human butt. I figured you wouldn't want to know or see it. All right, I'm ready. Gung-ho as ever. Does the dedication make up for the foolishness? What? I thought you were ready to go. Are you serious? After all that, you still want to lead me around on a leash? Well, the ropes are gone. They made for good kindling. It's your own fault. Maybe if you hadn't pushed yourself to the limit, I wouldn't have gotten the upper hand. Now, shall we proceed in a non-hostage style? Oh, all right then. You know, if you wanted to hold my hand, you could have just asked. Hey, no pulling. I'm moving. Wouldn't want to be late for our date with the princess. Do you think we could switch hands? This is getting a bit uncomfortable. Aw, is our lovely walk in the woods over? What do you mean we're here? This isn't a lake, it's a town. Oh, the town's around the lake. Good idea. And where exactly do you think you're going? You can go right ahead, but there is no way I can go into town like this. I'm literally wearing a dress made for a princess. You don't think that'll be suspicious at all? At the very best, we're gonna get mugged. And worst, princess murderer spotted with suspiciously alive princess. All around bad idea. So why don't you go looking for our princess, and I'll just wait here. Sound good? Hey, what are you doing? Are you serious? Now you want to get down and dirty? Hey, literally, what? Ew, what the? Are you trying to bury me in a shallow grave? Get off me! Well, I hope you're pleased with yourself. Couldn't handle a dose of reality, so you throw a tantrum and mud at me? Are you 5? You fixed my dress. Fixed it how? By ripping it up? So I don't look so royal. There's a middle ground between royalty and coal miner. What a sight. Disgusting. Maybe I'll make like the princess and jump in the lake, too. Just because I'm a demon doesn't mean I like being dirty. I can handle a dress, but on me? I'm not about to walk around with a face full of mud. Seriously, what's your problem? Fine then. Eye for an eye. I'll be sure to pluck one out before you can do the same to me. Whatever. Shall we head into town then? You looking semi-respectable and me looking like a vagrant? Shall I tell everyone we encounter that I'm your indentured servant, or will slave do? Bastard. I'm going to find the local inn. Because I might be able to wash up there. Are you stupid? You know what inns usually have? Taverns. You know what's a great place for picking up on word about a beautiful blonde woman who jumped into the lake and drowned? A tavern. At this point, I couldn't care less. Whether she drowned or not, your quest is pointless. Maybe I can catch up with some demons by the lake and get out of here. I don't know if they'd be this close to shore, but you never know. You'd be surprised how many demons take to the water. Do you think I care? How's it going to look if I start screaming and saying you stole from me or something like that? Not believable, but we both know you don't want the attention. Now, if you don't want to be arrested on sight, I'd put my hood up if I were you. Fool. The accommodations at the castle have raised the standard too high for me, but at least I'm clean. Now where is that idiot? What are you doing? I thought you'd be asking around. Been out of the spy game for too long, it seems. Whatever. Looks like I have to do everything. Watch and learn. Hi there. I'm so sorry to bother you, but I'm looking for someone. I was wondering if you'd seen a girl who looks like me? Yes, my sister. She's a bit free-spirited and ran away from home. So, I don't suppose you've seen any blondes making a fool of themselves around here. Oh, really? A woman who jumped into the lake. Well, that can't be too rare around here, but thank you. In full dress. You know what? That certainly sounds like her. Do you know if she was all right? I'd hate to find out something happened to her after coming all this way. Oh dear. Well, even if no one saw her come out of the water, I won't give up. I won't return home empty-handed. Thank you for your help. I'll treat you to a drink after I find her. Promise. So, still feeling good about this quest? Oh, sure, it could have been a completely different woman. But what are the odds, really? I am quite pleased with myself. Now we're both screwed. Fine. Might as well investigate the lake. Maybe we can find her body. If you could find a clever enough necromancer, it might help. Let's at least see what we can find then. Come on. The lake's a lot gloomier than I expected. Maybe she let herself drown out of disappointment. I don't know. Maybe she is dead. So you remember that, huh? Fine. I don't have her soul, so she's probably not dead. Doesn't explain her becoming aquatic, though. Of course not. I told you I can't just sense her. Selective memory much? But I am sensing something else. There are demons here, and they just might know something. I'll call to them in that sheltered area. No need to draw any more attention. Hope this is worth getting my feet wet for. Relax, I'll call them. Hello? Demons in this lake? Got a few questions for you. Hey, thanks for answering. Surprised I caught you this close to shore. Yep, also a demon, obviously. Oh, I look familiar, do I? I should have known. Let me guess. You tried to drown a girl who looks like me? What? What do you mean you made a deal with her? A deal for what? Her soul? But she promised her soul to me. That's how I took on her form. Of course I'm serious. What'd she get from you? You turned her into a mermaid. Did she ask for that? Ugh, I knew that spoiled brat wouldn't be able to stand peasant life. So what, she swam off to be with mermaids? Oh, hell. So when she gets eaten by a shark or something, who's getting the soul? Oh, I'm sure you put more effort in. It must be so hard to give a girl fins. Right. Sorry. My associate here is quite serious about finding her, and I'm sure with her here, we can sort this out better. Do you know which way she went? Right. Open water. Great. So she's not in the lake anymore. Helpful. Very helpful. Fine, we're leaving. Good luck collecting, jerk. Alright, so we're both beyond screwed. Happy now? Didn't you hear? She's a mermaid now. Or at least playing as one. Ugh, of course mermaids are real. Are you the type that can't believe in something until you see it? I'm fine with you believing she's dead, though. She might as well be for all that it matters. Who cares if she's still alive? Your princess committed soul fraud. And because of that, I don't even have an easy out with a water demon because they want to fight me over it. I'll get dibs because I made the deal first, but do you have any idea how exhausting it is to fight over the soul of someone who made too many deals? Who knows how many other demons she'll promise it to? I can just see her making another deal to become human again when she gets tired of living in the water. She will. If she couldn't handle peasant life, do you really think she'll be happy living with people who only eat raw food and are literally never dry? What? You're kidding. Look for her? In the water? Of all the stupid ideas. Even if she does decide to come back this way, the lake is huge. And if she's underwater, we could pass her without even noticing. How should I know? I doubt mermaids check out every vessel they come across. And she's not even a real mermaid. You really want to charter a boat for this, huh? Aren't you running low on funds as it is? I can't just conjure up money. But hey, maybe the mermaids will have some pearls we can steal. Oh, fine. Here. I pickpocketed that guy at the tavern, so it'd be best for us to get out of here anyway. Of course I'm coming. I need to strangle the princess for frauding me. Really? After what she's put us through, you should want to do the same, rather than taking it out on me. Nope, not letting it go. My dress is ripped and wet now, so I'm extra mad at you. Both you and the princess deserve a beating at this point. Fine then. A slap. Just try to stop me from slapping her. And you? There. Now we're not even close to square. Go get us a boat, guard. This is almost pleasant. Exactly. You're doing all the work of rowing, and I'm appreciating the scenery. Finally, how it should be. I feel like a guard should do these sorts of things for their princess. And yet, if you'd just left well enough alone, I would be your princess. Instead, I'm here, out on the most frigid lake in history. I don't know how those water dwellers can stand it. Must be years of acclimating. Ugh, I'm sure there are colder bodies of water, but you won't catch me near one. If there's one thing hell has on the living world, it's that our lakes are always a lovely temperature. The coldest they ever get is about 300 degrees, which really isn't too bad depending on how the weather is. It'd boil you. Good thing it's not for humans, then. What? Why would a demon want to torment a human in there? Sounds like it'd cause an awful lot of noise violations. Do you really think demons collect human souls to torture them? It's for power, obviously. Didn't I tell you that? Yeah, we went over this. And if you collect a lot of souls, you collect a lot of power. But I mean, at a certain point, it's just hoarding for the sake of it. It's not wise to dismiss collectors because they can wallop weaker demons easily. But some of them... obnoxious. Nope, I'm not a collector, so it's not hypocritical of me to say that. Why am I not a collector? I mean, yeah, I'd have more power, but it's not as though it's easy. Because you humans can't keep your mouth shut and tell so many stories about demons that most people won't give up their soul for anything. Even something they really, really want. Don't you think it's a bit cruel? Humans telling other humans stories that discourage them from going after their dreams? Sometimes you have to make sacrifices to get where you want to be in life. I thought the princess knew that. Turns out she doesn't understand the meaning of the word sacrifice. Generally, you can't sacrifice the same thing twice. Should have known dealing with royalty, come on. Rumor has it that royal souls are some of the most powerful. I couldn't just pass that up. It's probably not anything innate. Just quality of life, I guess. I mean, making a soul deal is a bit of a gamble for a demon, too. You don't know anything. What if the human dies young? Less lifespan, less power. Or something like that. I'm not an expert. It's not an act. I don't care if she dies. Obviously, if she died right this second, it wouldn't be an amazing soul. But better than nothing. Trust me. I don't know how it works, but whatever makes up human souls, your emotions, your experience, whatever it is extremely potent. And it lasts a long time untethered. Just one can supply a demon with energy for years. If I had a soul, like, say, the princess's. Hypothetically, in your dreams, I'm getting her soul. And when I have it, I'll be able to do all sorts of things. Changing my form would be way easier to maintain. I'd be able to travel without needing totems. Pretty sure I'd be able to fly, too. Maybe, if she lived long enough. Well, how should I know? I've never had a soul before. What? I'm not just guessing. This is all common knowledge. I've seen it with my own eyes. Of course it's all true. Why else would I want a human soul? For fun? Like I said, it's not easy to get a human to make a soul deal. And even if I was good at convincing humans to give up their soul, having a lot of them comes with risks too. Do I really have to explain why? Surely you understand the problems that come with having a lot of something. No, not the weight. Souls don't even really weigh anything. Other demons try to take the souls you have, idiot. Or they challenge you to fights because you're more powerful. All sorts of problems arise from having souls. And if there's one thing I don't want to deal with, it's problems. I do not cause them. That was all you. But I guess I shouldn't have even bothered. Trying to live a better life only makes trouble. If I'd done this exact same thing to any other person, nobody would have cared. Yeah, she's a princess. Who cares if she didn't want to be one? Who cares if I could have done a better job? Gotta keep that bloodline pure and the royal family in power. I could have done a better job if I'd had the chance. But no, I was just too nice. So you had to go and do all this. No, I'm not done complaining. And even if I was, why the hell do you think I'd help paddle the boat? I'm not really in a rush, you know. Do you think the princess will help us out on the way back? Be surprised if she even fits in here with us. Why should I have to swim? She's the mermaid. Oh, I know. Let's tie her to the boat and have her pull us. Did you just agree with me? That almost sounded logical. Maybe you do have a brain after all. We at least have to find her for that to happen. So keep rowing, before she gets tired of being a talking fish and moves on again. I see nothing. What'd you expect? This water isn't exactly crystal clear. Maybe we should have brought bait. How should I know what mermaids like? I'm not an encyclopedia just because I know about more creatures than you. Don't get me wrong, I want nothing more than to cut my losses and forget about all this. But there's nowhere else to go, and there's no one else to be. I guess if I had to pick, someone ordinary and desperate. Easy to get and easy to get around in. But I wouldn't even need to take on someone else's face if I could just get my hands on a proper soul. Well, the deal can at least tide me over. I'm not such a maniac I'd kill a human after they agreed to give me a soul. Not to mention that usually violates the contract outside of very specific circumstances. It's unlikely I'll be able to make a deal that lets me take on a human's form again. Why does life have to be so complicated? Oh, that almost sounded like a compliment. This isn't a face I would choose for myself, but I guess I am making it work. Let's see. Relax, I'm not about to jump out of the boat. I'm just looking at the water to see if my eyes are still red. I see a face? No, not my reflection, it's something else. Now, that I didn't expect. You're a mermaid, right? Hold on. We're not looking for trouble. Just didn't expect you to come to us. I'm a demon. Anyway, it's a lot of demonic business, but long story short, we're looking for a mermaid who looks like me. Like, exactly like me. And she wasn't born a mermaid, she just transformed, so... Do you think they understood a word I said? I forgot to ask. Can you swim? Just thought I should know in case they knock us out of the boat. They might. Why did you drag me up here? What? What are you doing here? I could ask you the same question. What is this? Why are you with my old guard? You can't go back on your deal now. That's rich coming from you. You went ahead and sold your soul twice. You've only got the one. Well, peasant life wasn't really working out. I like it much better here. It doesn't matter what you like. You screwed me over. And being the princess wasn't good enough recompense? Oh, believe me, I would have loved to keep being princess. Your guard dog here ruined it for me. Couldn't you just be happy for me? I'm not going back to the castle. This is my home. Your home. How long have you been here? It's only been a few days, but I can feel that this is where I'm meant to be. So I'm not leaving. You'll just have to get by without me. I told you she'd refuse to come back with us. Should have brought a fishing net. Or maybe we forget this whole thing and you take me back to the castle. I'm sure I can make up some excuse. What are you doing? think you can catch a mermaid underwater? Besides, what about her friends? What the hell? How dare you, tossing me up here? Oh, so they didn't want to deal with you either, huh? Silence. No matter. I don't need them. I'll simply be a mermaid who lives for herself. Just push me back into the water. What are you doing? Yeah, sorry, but I think our faithful guard is over chasing you around. I am too, actually. Make sure you double knot that. How dare! Wow. Wasn't expecting the gag. But I guess I don't want to hear her complaining either. Right. Having a woman shouting in her boat would be bad too. What to do now? I know that. But won't it be hard to get her to those demons to undo this without people seeing us? I mean, we've got a mermaid in our boat. That's gonna draw attention. And the last thing I want is people noticing the missing princess in a boat with a mermaid that looks just like her. Imagine the rumors. Okay, hell damn the consequences then. Don't give me that look, princess. Even I can't have sympathy for you now with how much trouble you've caused both of us. That's what, 2 deals with demons in a week? And with how bad those mermaids wanted to get rid of you, it probably would have been 3 soon. Hey, don't look so down. At least you got to go swimming. Why shouldn't I mock her? This whole mess is her fault. Hell, if she hadn't been such a brat, I would have been able to play princess with nobody the wiser. Oh, really? You would have sniffed me out eventually? Before or after I ruined the royal family? Look, I'm sure you've been thinking about this from the start. But even if you do bring the princess back to clear your name, how well do you think it'll turn out? The princess seems pretty furious right now, and her word is law in the castle, more or less. No matter how grateful the king is to have her back, all it would take is one word from her and you're done for. And I'm sure she'll have several words. I'm saying the most sensible thing to do here is take her back to the lake demons, get her changed into a human to break her deal with them, and then drown her ourselves. Let me finish. When she dies, I'll get her soul, and the power of that soul. And then I can use that power to get the hell out of here. And I can take you with me. I don't know, to a different kingdom where you aren't actively being hunted down. Sounds simple, right? You're really that worried about the royal family? When's the last time they did anything for you? Why should you care about the line of succession? Right. War. So what? Ugh, you're way too altruistic. I'm sure they can have another kid. The king's not that old. You're an idiot. Don't expect me to stick around for your tragic end. So, this how you expected it to go? Scared you. What am I doing here? Not even glad to see me? Oh, I'm sure it feels good to blame all your problems on demons. But I'm not the reason you're in here. This is all because of one selfish princess. Who, by the way, seems to be enjoying all the extra attention she's received since her return. I guess freedom was just a passing fancy for her. Does it sting? After all you went through for her? Even after finding her? Just that whole debacle of keeping the lake demons from killing her and convincing them to change her back. That was enough trouble to last a lifetime. If I'd tried to help, it would have gone worse. They knew I had the first deal with her. It was better to let a human handle it. Personally, I think you did a splendid job. Ooh, such venom. And toward someone who's only trying to help you. Of course I hid when the royal guard showed up. I wasn't about to get mixed up in that. But lucky for you, you got back to the castle much quicker with them. Oh, you were tied up. Boo-hoo. You knew that was going to happen. I told you multiple times it would. Fool. But you are still alive. That was surprising to find out. Obviously, I had to hide while everything calmed down. But my totem is still in the castle, you know. So I've been sneaking around, listening in on things. The king was conflicted about you, huh? Yep. From his perspective, you stabbed his daughter and kidnapped her. But you also returned her without a scratch on her, and your explanation involving demons gave him pause. I give him credit for at least sticking you down here while he thought about it instead of just beheading you. He is fairly wise, but he is still just a human, and he doesn't know who to believe. In the end, it's about what makes the most sense and what makes him look competent. So the decision's finally been made. At the princess's insistence, too. She really does not want anyone believing you about the demon deal. Yes. Execution. I believe it's tomorrow. Do you think they'll give you anything good for a last meal? No, I'm not just here to gloat, although I was right. I'm here to make a deal. Well, considering my deal with the princess was unceremoniously rendered null and void, I'm in the market for a soul. I think you'd give up yours because you'll die if you don't. Makes sense, doesn't it? Or is giving up everything for the royal family all that matters to you? No, you haven't. Just based on everything you told me, I can say with certainty you have not lived a good life. So it shouldn't end here. Look, I want to make a soul deal, but I also want you to live. I don't know why, but I do. And the only way I can help you live is by making a deal with you. Let you free so you can be hunted down for the rest of your days? I'm suggesting I take your place. Yes, like the princess. I'll take the execution for you, and you can escape with everyone believing you're dead. We've been over this. I wouldn't actually die. I'd just pretend. It'd probably hurt, but it wouldn't kill me. So, what do you say? Trade your soul for a real life? That's all I wanted to hear. Like looking in a mirror, right? Now, let me just... You'll have to sneak out on your own, but I know that won't be a problem for you. Now, be free, little jailbird. Oh, I'll be fine until they come get me. Even if I do have to live in this body for a bit. You should really cut your hair. Just look at these split ends. True, not like it'll be a problem for long. You know, depending on the person, a beheading can also be a free haircut. I suppose that would be hard to survive even for me. If it comes to that, I'll just start bleeding from the eyes and mouth and pretend to drop dead before I get there. Or, I guess I could just do that now and let them find me. does that not count as part of the deal? You just want me to suffer, don't you? What I deserve, huh? Humans and demons aren't that different, it seems. But no matter how much you want to, don't stick around to see it. If we get caught playing doubles, it'll be a huge problem. Guess that works. Same secret passage as before. Oh, and take this. It's my totem. I'd like to be somewhere other than the castle when I use it. Don't worry, I'll stick around long enough to be declared dead. Now go. And good luck. Whew. That sucked. Huh? Yeah, it's me. Oh, right. You've never seen me like this before, have you? Are you scared of me now that I look like a real demon? Boo. So, how far did you get? Damn, you're good. Knew it was the right idea to give you my totem. Oh, the sentence was hanging, if you can believe it. I was expecting something more violent. Why, you little... Yes, it still hurt. Happy? What are you gonna do now? Travel as far away as you can? Huh. Sounds like somebody has a real future in mind. Excited? You should live a good life. So, shall we be going our separate ways? Never to meet again until I take your soul? I'm not exactly eager to leave. It's harder to get by on my own. And I don't like the idea of you dying early with no one watching your back. It's mostly so your soul will be more powerful when I take it. But, yeah, maybe we should stick together for a bit. Until you get where you're going, at least. Besides, wouldn't you miss having someone to talk to? I wouldn't want you dying of loneliness either. But for what it's worth, your execution was well attended. There were even some people crying. Well, I might cry if you die too young for your soul to be any good. So keep moving. The further we are from the castle, the better. It's time to start your new life.